So, Michael, you played on Rangers teams that played in 2 World Series. What was it about those teams that made them so successful?
We had way better players than before we went to the World Series. Yeah. No, to be honest with you, I completely agree with what Pete was saying. Our chemistry as a club was off the charts with that team. It was very much a club that looked out for each other. We seemed to have longer hot streaks, and every time we hit a cold spell, guys seemed to rally around each other pretty quickly and seemed to bounce out of it. I would imagine that's the case with most really good winning teams, is that the guys seem to pick themselves up. If a guy's having a tough time, there's 24 others trying to rally around him and get him back to where he needs to be. And that was a really fun part about those 2 clubs.
When you're in the middle of it, do you realize it? Do you have any idea?
Yeah, I did because, if there's any Ranger fans in here, you know that we played on had some lean years earlier in my career. So I was able at that point to really establish a difference between what a team that's fighting to stay 500, which can be tough at the professional level, and a team that's clearly ready to compete for a championship. And you can tell the difference right away. So I was very, very thrilled to be a part of those 2 clubs.
Well, speaking of that, you are widely regarded as a great teammate, as a great leader in the clubhouse. Why is that important, and why do you think you are that person?
Well, thank you. I've in my experience, I never saw a guy walk into a clubhouse and say to everyone else that he's the leader. I've never seen that before. What I saw was, if guys happen to be following you, then you're leading. So you take that responsibility and you recognize the accountability portion of being a professional athlete. Being the first one to talk to the press after a tough game to maybe deflect some attention from a teammate, and really trying to figure out how I can make the guys around me a little better. And in time, they're going to do the same thing for me. And when you play team sports, that's for me the most fun part about it, is being able to pick up guys around you. And fortunately, I had some teams I could really do that with.
Now, I know this is a hard one, but speaking of that, do you have a fondest memory, something from baseball that sticks out in your mind?
Yeah, easily those 2 clubs that went to the World Series. It kind of goes both ways, right? We go there twice. We came up short twice, so it's like my favorite and the one that is also tough. As an athlete, you want to finish the job off. Especially in 2011 when we had easily our best team, a team that should have won a championship, and to lose in heartbreaking fashion is hard. But that's pro sports. Someone's got to win, someone's got to lose. So as tough as it was for us, I can appreciate how nice it was for St. Louis. That's just kind of the way it works. But definitely anything, my best memories revolve around team and revolve around our best clubs for sure.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Michael.